Good morning and welcome to day 20. It is a Monday, April 20th. It is the first Monday back after spring break, and I've got to tell you, it is a real bear of a morning. We started off with a lot of rain, and it is still raining right now, hence we had the abbreviated dog walk. And coming back from spring break normally is a challenge, but today, with everything being kind of remote and all that fun stuff, it's even more of a challenge. But I've got class in about 15 minutes, so I've got a few things to get caught up on because when I was on spring break, I was on spring break. So I got a few things to get caught up on. I'm going to do that really quick, and I'll catch up with you guys in about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay? Check you soon. So I'm 10 minutes into my first period class, and I've only had this many students show up. It's my biggest fear right now. Coming off of spring break, or let me back up. Going into spring break, we were struggling with getting kids to attend on the regular. And now that they've had this extra week of not having to do anything, they are starting to fall back and slack off even more. I might be too harsh in the situation. Again, it's a 9 o'clock class, so that will have some bearing on it. But I'm a little bit concerned. I'll be making calls out this afternoon, probably a few in the next 45 minutes or so, just checking up on folks and letting them know what's going on. Or checking up on folks and finding out where they are, and then let them know what they need to be doing and kind of rolling on from there. But in the meantime, I'm going to take care of some of those things that I have not done for 7 days. It's a long time, isn't it? Oh well, talk to you in a bit. So now my first period is over. I'm in the middle of office hours, and I am chatting with my department head about students responding back now that spring break is over. We'll see how all this plays out. So I have been struggling trying to figure out how to get myself up and running today. Not really struggling, just the typical getting back into the routine of prepping for the next class and all that other kind of fun stuff. I was kind of floundering around, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do this. So what I'm going to do now while I'm in office hours and waiting for anyone to sign in is to go ahead and start prepping for next week's class and tomorrow's classes. Catch you in a bit. So it is just about noontime. In fact, it is exactly noontime, and our friend the sun has come out, as you can see. And I am finally on a bit of a roll. I'm feeling like I have got my feet underneath me. I am moving forward with what I need to do this morning. So I think it's a great time for me to go ahead and make some lunch. Grilled cheese and soup today. I'll catch you guys after lunch. Peace. So here we are, late in the day. Well past 4 o'clock. The day has long since ended. The puppy's eating some food. Eating kibble. She's eating some food, and I'm just kind of relaxing, kind of reflecting on how the day went. And to be perfectly honest, it went as one might anticipate. It was the first day. Touched my face again. It was the first day after spring break, which in normal times is a rough enough day. But combine that with the fact that we have not been in school we have not held classes in person for 20 plus days, it's going to have an impact. One of the things that I did was to contact teachers who have students that are seniors, much like most of my students are, just to get an idea of what their student responses were, how much their students are staying in contact with them. And we have we have all come to the same conclusion, is that our seniors have checked out, and it is not a very pretty thing. Again, I have talked about this for a long time, and again, I think it's partially to deal with not having any real protocol for this type of a thing. This is the first time that we're doing it. So some students are getting essentially a free pass because the tools aren't fully in place for accountability. Let me rephrase that. The tools are there. The students have access to those tools, but that expectation has not been set up just because this is all kind of happening so new to everybody. And again, it is nobody's fault. I'm not faulting anybody. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just the kind of funky reality of the day. Hopefully, if this were to happen again, we would be in a much better place to deal with this type of a situation. But who knows? Who knows? All right. That having been said, I am going to call it a day and get ready for dinner and maybe a movie or a TV show, or who knows what I'll do. But I'm going to do it. Catch you soon. Peace.